Childcare workers, what's a parent's lie that almost caused a disaster? The kid's EpiPen was in my hand, his lips were blue. His name was Leo, he was 4 years old, and his mother was on the phone screaming that I was overreacting to a little rash. It had started an hour earlier. Leo's mom, a woman named Sharon who was on the board of the preschool, had dropped him off with a container of homemade cookies for the class. "He's just a fussy eater," she'd said with a breezy wave when I reminded her we were a nut-free facility. "Don't worry, these are perfectly safe." I trusted her. That was my mistake. I watched Leo take one bite of a cookie, his face immediately scrunched up. He started coughing, a tight barking sound that made the hairs on my arms stand up. I knew that sound. I scooped him up and ran to the office, yelling for my director to call 911. His face was swelling, his breathing getting shallow. I found his emergency bag. No EpiPen. My blood ran cold. I checked the school's emergency supply, my hands fumbling with the lock. As I tore the package open, my director, Jane, was on the phone with Sharon. I could hear the shouting through the receiver. "He does not have an allergy, you're making this up." The paramedics arrived in what felt like both a second and an eternity. As they worked on Leo, one of them, a calm, steady woman, looked at me. "Did you administer epinephrine?" "Yes," I stammered. "Just now," she nodded. "You saved his life." That's when Sharon burst in. She took one look at her son, pale and still on the floor, and her face crumpled. But then she saw me. Her expression hardened. "What did you do to him?" she snarled. Before I could answer, the paramedic stood up. "Ma'am, your son had a severe anaphylactic reaction. The daycare worker's quick action is the only reason he's stable." Sharon just stared at her. "That's impossible. He's just a picky eater." The paramedic's voice was flat, devoid of emotion. "Ma'am, a picky eater doesn't stop breathing." The investigation was a nightmare. Sharon used her influence to try and have me fired, claiming I was negligent. She told the other parents I had a history of being overly dramatic. But the truth came out during the formal review with the state licensing board. My director presented Leo's intake forms. Under allergies, Sharon had written, "None, just sensitive." But clipped to the back was a note from a previous daycare. It was a formal incident report describing an identical reaction Leo had a year prior, after another child shared a peanut butter cracker. She knew. She had known the whole time. The final blow came from the hospital's official report. It confirmed a severe, life-threatening allergy to peanuts. The board didn't just clear me, they filed a formal complaint against Sharon with Child Protective Services for medical neglect. Her carefully constructed world of influence and denial crumbled in an afternoon. She pulled Leo from the school the next day. I lost my job a few months later when the school downsized. The scandal had scared away too many parents. I still think about Leo. I wonder if he's okay, if his new school knows the truth. Every year on his birthday, I get an anonymous postcard in the mail with a child's drawing of a superhero.